Successful goal setting. Actively listening. Actively listening takes listening to a different level. Listening to your clients makes you a good coach. Actively listening or intuitively listening to your clients makes you a great coach. Remember, it's important that you spend more time listening than talking. When we're engaged in our everyday activities, it's too easy for us to become distracted and sidetracked by our own thoughts and opinions. So when you're coaching and working with your clients, it's important that the session belongs to your client, as it's their opportunity to talk and unburden in a safe and secure environment with you. Actively listening to your clients means that you're focused on their individual needs, their opinions, concerns, and issues, and you're not distracted by your own opinions, your judgments, or your feelings. Listening to understand your client, and you're understanding their feelings and emotions. Sometimes what is not being said is just as important as what is being said, so read between the lines. Recap by repeating back to your client a summary of what you've heard them say. This further endorses that you've actively listened to them. Giving your clients space and setting the environment for them to talk freely and explore without fear of judgment or interruption. And be aware of your client's needs, requirements, and wants as you intuitively know what question to ask. Effective questioning. Like listening, we can easily assume that we all know how to ask questions. Questioning is one of the basic principles of communication. We ask questions daily at work, at home, among friends, and in our other relationships too. To effectively ask questions, you need to listen effectively so that you can formulate the next question. There are a myriad of questions you could ask your clients, such as open, closed, reflective, clarifying, leading, funnel, or theoretical. The types of questions you ask your client should be well thought out. Remember, you're not just chatting to a friend, you're taking them on a journey of self-discovery. For a start, a coach is generally not asking questions to find out facts for themselves, but to help the client learn. Always use positive words and motivate the coachee to answer effectively. Maintain rapport, good eye contact, and gentle confidence so that the client trusts you to answer honestly and openly. Always ask relevant questions pertaining to the goal. Never ask random questions, as this will be totally out of the subject that's being discussed and may raise doubt or uncertainty within the client. By understanding and improving your questioning skills with practice, you can improve the way in which you communicate with all types of people and will further develop your communication and interpersonal skills. Communication is key to the coaching session. It's very important to understand the different types of questioning. The types of questions we will focus here will be open versus closed. The information we receive back, the answer from the client, will depend very much on the type of question we ask. The most effective questions in coaching stem from holding an open, safe, guided discussion that is non-directive. It means the coach is open to asking questions that are curious and willing to understand the client's map or model of reality without a predetermined ending in mind, as this really is important to understand in practice. The client is the one who holds the answers. It means that you as the coach are asking questions that help you form an understanding of how the client thinks, feels, and behaves based on their life experiences. And by knowing this, you're able to dig even deeper and help weed out the client's limiting beliefs. It also means and gives rise to a more concrete approach that helps the client find the answers, gain clarity, and deeper insight into their own life. Maximizing the client's chances of finding the answers. To increase the client's chances of finding answers and being able to apply them, The coach can use the following sequence. Ask questions that help the client identify their concerns and thoughts and belief systems. Listen. Be open to whatever is said without judgment or a desire to steer towards a determined outcome based on an assumption we've made, as this could be coming from our view of reality and not the client's. Listening and asking curious questions support each other and go hand in hand. Reflection and clarification. It helps the client hear back in their own words what is being said and what can be worked on. Ask more questions. These should eventually start to synthesize with the goal being worked on, and of course, as goal setting and coaching is important, should be linked back to the session and journey goals. In other words, helping the client find answers and actions for themselves. It's so important to stress that the answers lie already within the client, and the role of the coach is to shed light on them, akin to a lighthouse. Questions in their simplest form can be either open, closed, reflective, and clarifying. Open questions. Asking open questions opens the space for a much longer, in-depth response from the client. There is much greater potential for information and breakthroughs to be found by asking open questions. There are lots of different types of open questions, and actually some are more closed than others. Think about asking the how, the why, the what, which allows for broader thinking. For example, how will you get to the event? Well, I could maybe get the train, or perhaps I could fly. Who do you want to talk to at the event? Well, I think I would like to talk to the marketing director, as they could be a great contact for me. I would eventually like a contract with them, and this might be a great place to start. Why do you want a contract with them? I don't know, it just feels like a good place to work. The pay would be excellent, and it would look great on my CV. You never know, it could lead to something more permanent. Closed questions. Asking a closed question will invite a short, focused answer such as yes, no, or I'm not sure. It's pretty black and white. Closed questions are questions used early on, especially during a consultation form process, as the choice of answer is limited. They can be effectively used early in conversations to encourage participation and can be very useful in fact-finding scenarios such as research. Closed questions tend to shut down the conversation and direct it in the directions implied by the question. Example of closed versus open questions are: have you thought of taking a holiday? That would be a yes or a no answer. Have you spoken to your colleague about it? A yes or no answer. Are you going to say something? And that would give a yes or no answer. Is it a small team? A yes or no answer. Are you ready to move forward? A yes or no answer. More useful questions would be: when was the last time you had a holiday and how did it make you feel? How does opening up a conversation with her feel to you right now? What do you want to do about this situation? What will it be like when you have moved beyond this? Successful goal setting. Before you can take your clients into coaching, you need to help them think about the changes they would like to make. It's your job as a coach to help them think about the transformations they would like to see in their life, their job, their relationships, or finances. It's important to get laser focused on what they want to achieve and why. An outcome is an end result. So what constitutes as a good end result for your client? This is where the groundwork comes in for you as a coach. It's all about working from the roots up. To build anything sustainable, we need to build a solid base from which to grow. It's important to get clearly identifiable outcomes, as being happy means something different to us all. And seeing how we are all very complex beings with different variations of the same thing, You need to work to identify specific and measurable outcomes from the start by asking curiosity questions such as, can you tell me what happy looks and feels like to you? And how will you know when you are happy? Exactly how will life be different? What changes will you have made to indicate that you're happy? All of the above questions take an intangible goal of being happy and breaks it down into specific measurable markers that will help you and the client know when the changes have been made and they've reached their goal successfully. If this is not set from the start and you and your client are simply chasing rainbows, you must ask the client to identify exactly what happiness looks and feels like to them, as it could be very different from what you perceive as happiness, and this must be done from the start. From here, we move into eliciting, which is about getting your client's secret hopes, dreams, goals, and aspirations, and it's about uncovering their deepest fears and desires. For instance, what have you always wanted to achieve but were too afraid to go for? Or what do you think is outside your reach? What do you think is impossible and why? How can you increase your results, your experiences, your adventures in your daily life so they become more fulfilling? Helping your client think big by expanding their thought process helps you discover your client's values, their deepest desires, and their emotional drivers. If anything were possible goals allows the client to move beyond the logical brain so that they can get creative, inspired, and motivated towards building their ideal life, not just an average life. The GROW coaching model. GROW is a simple 4-step model for structuring coaching and mentoring sessions. It outlines a systemic and methodical framework between coach and client for goal setting and problem solving. The GROW model is one of the most widely utilized goal setting and problem solving models there is. It provides a simple yet effective methodical framework framework of 4 main stages of a coaching session. The GROW coaching model is adaptable and it enables you to work with any client regardless of their personality, specific needs, or situation. By providing you with a comprehensive framework, which includes a set of general questions to elicit and gain an understanding of your client's responses, goals, options, and obstacles, you can glean a deep knowledge without the need to force or push a particular topic. This is exceptionally helpful in assisting you in providing your client with the dynamic route to achieving his or her goals, to developing and to accomplishing what they've set out to do. The steps in the GROW coaching model. So GROW is an acronym for goal, reality, options, and will. The GROW coaching model comprises of these 4 fundamental steps which take your client through the whole process of a self-discovery journey. So let's go through the 4 steps. So let's break this down into goal, reality, opportunity, will, or way forward. These 4 words and phrases correspond to the 4 main stages of a coaching session. The GROW coaching model is akin to a sat-nav. The process is comparable to that of planning a journey, except in this case, it is your client's life journey. So you start with the destination, the goal. Then you look at where it is you're coming from, the reality. Then you need to explore how you will physically get to your destination via your options. And then it's time to look at actually making this journey happen, the will. The GROW coaching model is proven and it works because it enables both coaches and clients to explore the very best options available to them, whilst being aware of potential pitfalls and hurdles en route. You and your client can discuss, agree, and chart the best route from grow to will, ensuring that the process is smooth and motivation levels are kept constant. Sometimes the grow can stand for different things, as in the O can stand for obstacles, objections. The will can stand for when, with whom. So check the grow coaching model that's available to you in the materials section and how you can use it with your clients. So I've just outlined the very basic constitutes of the grow coaching model. Naturally, there is far more detail than this presentation can allow. Yet I feel this is an excellent starting point from which you and your client can grow. There is far from enough detail to support a full grow coaching trajectory here. However, the statements and questions within will support you on your first few steps of your life coaching journey. As a life coach, it's crucial that you also employ active listening skills, as we've discussed. So this means really using your intuition to tune in to what the client is saying and what they're not saying, listening out for limiting beliefs. It's crucial that you build rapport, that the client trusts you enough to be able to share their deepest thoughts and feelings with you. So you have an example grow exercise here that you can try with a friend, a colleague, or a family member. You can even do this on yourself. So let's say a client comes to you and their goal is to lose half a stone in weight. So you would say to them, what do you want to achieve? What's important to you right now? So this is you ascertaining their goal. And what would you like to get from the next, say, 30 minutes of our coaching session together? What areas do you want to focus on or work on? You might ask, describe your perfect world. Or what do you want to achieve as a result of this session? What will make you feel this time with me has been well spent? So they're example questions you can get from helping them formulate what their goal really is. And you could say, so where are you now in relation to achieving your goal of weight loss? They could say, well, I've started to cut out sugar. So questions around asking about reality, you can say, where are you now in relation to your goal? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? 10 being you've achieved the goal, and 1 being you haven't actually started. You could say, what has contributed to your success so far? And what skills, knowledge, attributes do you have that will help you reach this goal? What progress have you made so far? What's worked for you? What's not worked for you? What's working well for you right now? And what's really required of you to reach this goal? The options would be, you could say to the client, what options do you have to help you achieve this goal? So again, you're looking at their reality. What options do you have to help you achieve this half stone weight loss? And they might say, well, I can get to the gym twice a week. So questions around options are literally, what are your options? How have you tackled this or something similar before? What worked for you then? What could you do differently? Who do you know who's encountered a similar situation and been successful? Give me 5 options that you have, or maybe 5 options that you hadn't yet thought of. And if anything were possible, what would you do? And what else? What options out of these work best for you or feel right for you? And the W part of grow could stand for when, or this could be will, or you could ask both. So when will you start working towards this goal? I'm going to start Monday. And what is your will, your desire out of 10? 10 being absolutely 100% motivated and ready to start. And the client might answer, my will at the moment is 8, which is excellent, by the way. And questions you can ask around this would be, what What one step or what's one small step are you going to take now towards achieving this goal or towards getting started? And what actual action steps will you take? When are you going to start? Who will help you if anyone else is involved? How will you know when you've been successful? How will you ensure that you do it and stay on track? On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed or motivated are you to do this? Take a look at the grow models in the material sections because they go more in depth, and have a little go yourself. So the wheel of life. The wheel of life is a metaphor for how smooth your journey is in life. There will always be bumps in the road, and you will always have to keep moving forward in life. The smoothness or bumpiness of the completed wheel will indicate what areas in your life need attention. The wheel can force you to examine your blind spots and own up to where you need to make major improvements. It can help you access your current level of satisfaction and fulfillment. The entire wheel represents your overall life, and each segment represents a different area of your life. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We all tend to excel in certain areas of our life and neglect others. For example, you might do an excellent job of maintaining your health, exercising, and good nutrition, but you're hopeless at saving money. The Wheel of Life exercise brings these discrepancies to your conscious mind, and it's only by shedding light on the areas of our life that need our attention are we able to bring more balance and harmony into our existence. A fulfilling life is marked by a sense of inner balance and growth. The more effective you are in each areas of your life, the more life fulfillment and satisfaction you will experience. The Wheel of Life is a great coaching tool that can instantly help you discover what areas of your life are already good and what areas need improving. It helps us to form an action plan on how to improve the weak or neglected areas of our life by challenging our beliefs and mindset so we can break free of the blocks that have been holding us back. Generally, the reason why we fail to grow in a particular area of our life is due to subconscious limiting beliefs and a fixed mindset, which we will discuss more in detail during the course. So try the Wheel of Life for yourself and see how satisfied you are in each area of your life. You can find this in the materials section, download the activity and have a go. You can try this on your family, your friends, or simply keep it to yourself, but have fun with it.